All right, cool. Sorry that took so long.
No worries.
Yeah.
Can I get a little more audio on Amy?
Hello? Yes, hello.
Okay, I hear you now. So how many people are in this chat right now?
Just 4 of us. And
I'm here. I'm just muted while the bathroom is doing its thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going.
and Celeste says she's going to be going AFK in a moment.
I don't know what that means.
Just getting the away from the keyboard. She's just getting the recording set up.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And yeah, thanks for like arranging this. Like,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It's my first time ever interviewing 3 people at the same time, so let's see how it goes.
Nice.
I wasn't gonna be interviewing. I'm just setting it up to record for later.
You don't want to answer any
I'll send you
questions?
the file. I can be summoned if y'all want.
Right.
Also,
I don't want to summon Celeste. I don't want to summon Celeste without also summoning Azrael, to be fair.
Real.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to talk about them anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, like the last Bepis interview they did, it was just Amy and Ant. So, and they are the both the co-founders of it. So,
and Celeste and Azrael are both like the people that make things happen when we don't.
Yep.
All right. Well, what are your names and where are you?
So my name is Ant, formerly known as Problem.areas, currently on musical hiatus, but I'm still making sure that, you know, people know our names as the greater entity of Bepis. Like, I'm making sure that all the homies get opportunities where they can at the moment.
Yeah, my name is Amy. I make music as Amy Bestevez. I mostly make like rap music, and Bepis Labyrinth is like part something that I created with Ant to like really get out like our like artistic vision, especially like the visual speaking.
Is Ant a visual artist?
Nah, more so production. I've like dabbled in like 2D art and stuff before, but I've never. Stuff always happens. Like I got my last time I had gear to like paint with, it got stolen.
Yeah.
You've made some like pretty good cover art though, like in the past. So like I would, yeah, give yourself some credit.
That's true.
Yeah, like no, like we all like we all do pretty much all do music and almost all do like visual work of some sort. Though I'd say like the lead person for visuals is definitely Azrael for sure.
Who goes by your own girl? YROHMGIRL. All caps, no spaces.
Are you all in the same city?
Eventually.
No. Eventually, we're a bit split off right now. We have people in New Hampshire, we have people in Oregon, Texas, North Dakota, and Denver.
It's a pretty wide range. What kind of releases do you do?
So right now we have a couple of releases that are like under Bepis Labyrinth that are like collaborations between us, like musical collaborations and whatnot, and we also occasionally put out like solo releases from the artists, and we've also recently started doing one-of-one clothing designs.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
What brought you together as a unit?
Being a neat All of us being some degree of a neat at the right time. Like we did start this. We started our Discord server right before the pandemic, conveniently, and then the pandemic just kind of locked everybody in, and then everyone else has been joined along for the ride along the way.
I see.
Yeah, pretty thankful for the community we have going right now. It's
How did you locate one of them?
yeah, like so I met Ant in Florida, and we met through live shows, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, a decade ago at this
Oh my
point.
god, yeah, it's been forever. Yeah, and we both haven't lived in Florida for some time now, but it's also it's funny because like 99% sure Azrael and Argaflex have we've been in like the same room like over a decade ago in Florida at like some like shows and whatnot.
Shout out. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, and shout out my Marshall as well, who I also like met in MASH, who I met in Florida as well.
Really, truly, shout out DJ McChicken. They fell off the planet, but we wouldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for them putting us on the same shows a decade ago.
That's 100% true. Wow, yeah, shout out DJ McChicken. Yeah.
Did you live in Florida at that time?
Yeah, I'm born and raised. Like, born and raised Floridian.
What about...
Like, pretty much my entire life.
Well, how did you get connected with the people who have never been to Florida?
Oh, this is a fun one. So we have like one member, Endor, who's in Oregon. So how we met because of I had a collective before this, and Endor was probably like was easily the coolest member. Like that was also a part of it, and one of the few people that stayed in touch with me once I started transitioning. So it only made sense to invite them to be a part of this, which they happily accepted, and the rest is history.
So what are there any guidelines for releasing as part of this collective? Like, what are you looking for in a Bepis Labyrinth release?
I want like seriousness and production value, but I want a lot of like fun and like things poked at and stuff in people's lyrical content. Like right now we have 2 members that are working on a project right now, just like a full-length album together. They've been working on it for over a year, and like the production on it is equivalent to some of like the higher end production value shows that we've been to, but then with just like the most ridiculous like statements coming out of their mouth. It's fantastic. Like I just want people to know that you can go hard but be silly the whole time, you know?
Oh yeah, we met those 2 through Facebook.
Yeah.
Like the connection was just that strong, but it just made sense.
I mean, at this point, we haven't added anybody else to the collective since its inception without seeing them in real life first, but all of our connections have started off the internet more or less.
Yo.
I see.
Like, let me tell you, I've been in a lot of collectives where it's like people nobody knew anybody, nobody like knew anybody or like met anybody, and it's definitely I definitely prefer being in one where it's like I know everybody. So,
and like I've been asking people lately when they've been working on projects, like what do they want out of it? You know, like what ears are you trying to like perform this for? How do you want it like brought out? We were on DistroKid for the last 2 years, but we just canceled that because it's just a predatory platform. So going back to like Bandcamp, SoundCloud, and I think we're looking at maybe taking some physical releases to our website here in the next few months.
And what, just you and Amy, what are your personal projects or project?
So mine, I'm currently doing a mixtape trilogy where it's called like the Hell Street trilogy, and it's mostly just like inspired by like my personal life, like growing up to become who I am today. That's mainly what it is. And so far I'm 2 mixtapes in, and I'm working on the third. Hopefully sometime next year.
We also just put, well, it's not just anymore, but last year we put out Group Mania, and that's a project that we've been working on for over 2 years with our like other member Mash Sounds. That's like almost the last thing that I put out. I put out another little EP and then just like reduced the price of my Bandcamp because I'm probably not going to be doing vocal releases through the collective for some time. Like I'm kind of in like gear limbo right now, but I plan on doing more electronic production once I'm back on the horse.
Yeah, that works out for me personally, because like I've been kind of like sparing on like the production side lately, so it's nice to see that everybody's got these like really awesome sonic textures going.
What is the process like of working on a release for Bepis Labyrinth? Like, how much of it is the vision of the person releasing the album, and how much does that person let in other people, like commentary and creativity into it?
I would say we kind of give people freedom for that. Like, it's definitely very like, before things come out, other people in the collective will hear it and there will be input. It's not necessarily going to be acted upon because we don't really have hands in it, but like we're all here to be extra ears for each other.
Yeah, it's like I think the most important thing is that we hear it and like just like let, if we have like some like perspective to offer, and we usually do.
Okay. How many releases have you done?
Like as the collective or like personally?
I guess the collective first and then personally.
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up the playlist. So we have, oh wow, yay. DistroKid finally wiped our shit off of off of streaming. I went to go look to see how many albums we had out and I can't now. So that's a good thing. But
actually that's a really good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a Christmas compilation that was definitely a big learning experience for us. We had 2 small different EPs that were different like trains of thought that we brought to all the members on the table and just like had people throw their input on. So there's Unleashed is basically a project where everyone who was with us at the time was doing something that they are not known for. And then we also released Bepis Maze, which was just trying to get collabs out of different members, and both went pretty well. Honestly, like the only thing that like holds a lot of space in my mind is just Group Mania, because we literally had like everyone in the collective listening to it. We had Endor mastering it. We had 3 people on the main part of the project. Like,
yeah, it's just, like it's quite the journey. Like there's really nothing like it in like any of our catalog. Like the closest we have is would be like Mash's like personal work, but that's like all instrumental. So it's more like what if that style of stuff had vocals on it.
So, how long have you individually been composing your own music?
Amy is like at least a decade.
Yeah, for me since I'd say like 2009. Yeah.
And then I've been like DJing since 2014, but I've been producing since 2019.
I'll tell you something crazy. I didn't have a good concept of how low end worked for the long. Like I would literally just get lucky like every time until like 2017. Like real, like I still to this day wonder like how did I get like how did I go that long without like knowing how to like get like a good 808 going.
Did you play music as children?
I got like a half a year of piano lessons under the belt that didn't stick.
Me too, and I regret that, like not taking it more seriously.
Yeah.
So I'd be doing some like probably whole different level kind of stuff now. Yeah.
What about other members of the collective? Do you know?
I feel like Endorsman probably like the most classically trained out of all of us. If I had to guess, like yeah, he plays like a lot of different instruments.
I know that Marshall, like Mash and Girlcock Rockstar and Old God are all like self-taught from what I understand. And I feel like your own girl is too, but I could be wrong.
And
Yeah, a majority of us are.
And are you all primarily like electronic producers?
For the most part, we did just recently add Bandit 404 to the roster, and they are just like the grittiest, most experimental hip hop, like both like production and vocal combo like you could get. But like it seems like about half of our niches lie in electronic preferences, and then like you got your SoundCloud rap, you got whatever you want to call like fucking hyper pop or whatever, just the internet music that has really like formed a body in the last 4 to 5 years.
I see. So, what are your plans in the next like short term for the collective? What would you like to see? How would you like to see it expand?
So we're currently in like a 3-year plan to get as many people who want to be out here. Not everyone is going to move out here, but most people are going to move out to Denver. And once we're centralized here, we're just planning on kind of like establishing ourselves in the DIY scene. Myself and your own girl have been making a lot of connections with like different people around, and same thing with Gawkstar. And it's a means of us like being able to have an outlet together truly. Like I know that we want to get more of our merch online. I know that we want to get a few of these albums cooking and finished, and looks like this next fall we'll probably do another show as well. We've got 2 under the belt so far, and both were fantastic and very like good learning experiences.
Yeah, the shows are great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing another show. Yeah, I think I want to. Yeah, basically, I want to see like new clothing. Just like just exploring other like forms of media and things like that. Like
when you say clothing,
like
what do you mean exactly? Like, do you have someone who like does sewing on a sewing machine, or like do you?
So
go ahead.
Not to that extent yet. Living with your own girl, I'm about to be getting like a lot of under the hood training on how to like actually design clothes, because that's something I'm interested in, like as a personal feature. But like we've been going through our friend who goes by Horsgorl on Instagram, HORSGORL, and they run Dark Star Printing Company out here in Denver, and they've just been super awesome at like letting us send them graphics and then getting the screens ready for them, and then us coming through and just like printing on vintage pickups and whatnot.
Okay, cool.
And that's cool for So I think to reiterate, what I'd like to see from us is more of a focused printing. Doing the one-on-ones is awesome, but it's harder to market.
Like, do you think that you'll acquire your own screens and things like that?
It might be more expensive that way than to just use our friend's setup, if I'm being candid, but like it's not out of the realm of possibility.
We've experimented with tags in the past, but yeah, like doing screens for like tags, so
Yeah.
it's not out of the question.
Okay. What? Well, let me ask this: is there anything you'd like to promote?
Yes, but is there anything coming out right now? Is it like in advance? I guess I'll just mention, like, listen to Autism Speaks when it drops. It's going to be fantastic. It's got over a year of effort into it, and I've been seeing it change shape and form. That's the project coming from Old God and Girl Cock Rockstar.
Yeah, I got some production stuff coming up, so it's look out for like my name on someone's production, like, you know, yeah. You might just
Also
hear it.
Go ahead.
No, that was it.
I was going to say, also keep your eyes peeled for potential Your Own Girl physical releases on Bepis Labyrinth, because that's the only way she said her music is coming out, and I'm going to be pushing that. So,
all right. Do you have a website where you kind of concentrate all your sales, or do you have something that people can go to that are reading this?
Absolutely. Amy?
Yeah, Bepis Labyrinth. Yeah, bepislabyrinth.xyz. We've been working on it for a while. It is a work in progress. Yeah, there's everything's subject to change.
That's another desire. In a year, hopefully the Bepis website will be entirely different, and not because it sucks right now, but just because there's crazy ideas going around behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, and just because of things behind the scenes that it's going to be, it has to change. It's inevitable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's always a challenge when I have to interview someone. It's actually, to be honest, it's harder to interview more than one person at the same time, because they're always coming at it in a way that I don't come at it myself. And so I'm trying to chip away at things to try to find the right questions to ask to get you to talk about the things you really want to talk about. Saying that, like, is there something about Bepis Labyrinth or that kind of embodies what it's about, or like some kind of like philosophical underwriting to it in some kind of way, or even just a branding? Like, how would you represent it to people that have never heard anything or seen anything about it?
Maybe you go first. I know what I'm going to say, but you go first.
Eldritch cat memes.
Forward movement by any means necessary.
Yeah, and it lies somewhere between the two things we just said.
Yeah.
And what do you think is the best way for people to interface with your work, who have like never seen it or heard it before? What's the best thing to start with?
Bepis Maze EP is a really cool visual project. There are a couple members on there that aren't with us anymore, but like that doesn't mean it's still not a fantastic project.
That would be a pretty good place to start. You know, you I guess asking somebody where it's like, if you just want something that's like different, if you're like really into like electronic adjacent music, but you're like looking for something different, that Maze EP will definitely offer some pretty cool tracks.
Because like, if somebody who's subscribed to Resident Advisor comes onto Bepis Labyrinth, they're obviously gonna like Argaflex and Endor the most, you know. But like, if somebody comes across like Bepis, who's like really big into like Flatlander and like alternative production, they're really gonna like Bandit 404, or they're gonna really like Group Mania. So,
yeah.
What if they don't know anything? like they maybe heard music on the radio. That's it. How are you going to present this? This
that's a good one.
how are you going to present it? I'm just curious.
Yeah, because that's just like that's a good one.
I've always just been like, like this is me and the homies, like art love child, like regardless of what project we're talking about. Like for me,
There you go. Yeah.
I'm most comfortable being a part of this collective because I know it's not just about like even though it's very like we're all pushing each other, like I just know that I have a support system of actual friends that I can come to and talk to about whatever. I very much am always like, this is just like my little like queer weirdo family when I talk about people, talk about it with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, people that you can like be your it's like these are people that I know I can be myself around, no matter what.
Great. Well, last question. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you were hoping to talk about?
Anybody who's into food review YouTube, look up Joe is Hungry. That shit changed my life. You thought Reporting the Week was good? Nah.
So yeah, I was I guess I was hoping you were asking if there was like if we like had like an actual labyrinth, and we kind of do. Yeah, we kind of do right now. Like our server, it's just, like I get lost in it sometimes. So
Well, you need to give me show me how to access that so that I could include
Absolutely.
that as well. And
For sure. We'll create an invite link specifically for this interview.
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the print version of this is going to be out on the first day of the new year. And then sometime after that, there will be an audio version on my YouTube channel as well. So, and I'll make sure to tag you in that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you for taking the time to interview us, and just thank you for constantly putting on like I really respect that you also just want to do the damn thing, like whether it's you painting or like throwing American Babylon. It's really cool to see like people doing things everywhere all the time.
Absolutely.
And keeps the world moving.
Keeps the world moving, and we're all facing that flat line at the end, so better do shit while you can.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Well, y'all have a great evening, and if Celeste can hear me, thanks for hooking this up. I thought it was really fun.
Thanks a lot.
And I'll talk to you again, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
You have a lovely rest of your evening.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you too as well.
Yeah, thanks for your time. Bye.